Right now, Vice President Kamala Harris campaigning in western Wisconsin today, who she's meeting with and what she's discussing during her visit.
Also, the Jewish community is celebrating Passover this week. Why some say the holiday isn't the same as past years.
And later, the DNR is already busy getting ready for the next deer hunting season. A look at some possible changes hunters could see this year. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 6. We begin with the upcoming trial for a man accused of sexually assaulting and killing a child in Madison.
Today, jury selection was held for 25-year-old Marshawn Giles. He is charged with 15 crimes. Those include domestic abuse, possessing a gun as a felon, child sex assault, and murder. Those charges stem from an incident 2 years ago. On the morning of April 25th, 2022, police responded to an apartment on Schrader Road. There they found a 20-month-old girl severely injured. She later died at the hospital. Police say Giles sexually assaulted the child, threw her into an open toilet and then into a bathtub, all while punching her. A court commissioner ultimately ordered Giles to be held on a $1 million cash bond. The trial is scheduled to start tomorrow morning and run through May 3rd.
Right now, Madison police are investigating the stabbing of a woman over the weekend. It happened early Saturday morning when police responded to a report of someone with a stab wound at Meriter Hospital. Investigators say the stabbing happened on Braxton Place near Regent Street. No word on the victim's current condition other than she is being treated. If you have any information about this situation, please call Madison Crime Stoppers.
Well, temperature is warmer than last week. Let's check in on Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington with our first warn forecast. Alex?
Hey, Brady. Hey, Susan. Yes, temperature's much more mild out there over the course of those past couple days where it was a bit on the chilly side, feeling more like late March. And now we feel like the end of April going into May with temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. We got 66 in Janesville, 66 tied in Boscobel, 65 to the north in the Dells, and here in Madison we've got 62 degrees. Friends across Dane County, we've got 64 in Oregon, another 64 up towards Waunakee and DeForest, and 64 off to the northwest by the Wisconsin River Valley over towards Sauk City. Been calling this out all evening. We do have shower chances tonight, but those showers are going to struggle because our humidity levels are so dry near the surface. So as those raindrops try to fall through the atmosphere and they fall through that dry air, some of those raindrops are going to struggle to make it to the ground. Nothing across Dane County according to our Doppler track right now, but a few showers up along I-39, I-94 here as we head up towards Mauston, over towards Camp Douglas, swinging off towards the south and towards the west. Fenimore and 61 coming in off of 18 near Mount Ida. Maybe a drop or two, but again, these drops are going to be struggling to make it to the ground because of that dry air that we have in place. Even our 6-hour future track radar, we'll let it run again here, is becoming less and less and less dark greens and yellows that we were seeing earlier in our 4 o'clock newscast. It looks less out there because of that dry air in place. We have plenty more rain chances, though, in the forecast. In fact, heavy rainfall is expected Friday evening through Sunday, and a couple of stronger storms is also possible as we go Friday night and then again Saturday night and then again Sunday evening. We're tracking these alert day conditions. I'll show you just how much water you can expect by the time this weather event is all said and done coming up.
Thank you, Alex. Sunset tonight will mark the beginning of Passover for the Jewish faith, but it comes at a time when fighting continues between Israel and Hamas.
Our Kyle Pazorski spoke with a Madison rabbi about the holiday and what it means during this tumultuous time.
UW-Hillel's senior rabbi tells me the war in the Middle East continues to be a distraction for students on a night that is supposed to be a celebration as Passover begins. 6 months ago, fighting broke out between Israel and Hamas. During this time, several protests and demonstrations taking place both on the UW campus and throughout the rest of the city.
It's just been an incredibly hard year for Jewish students on campus.
Rabbi Andrea Steinberger says more than 6 months on from the initial October 7th attack, this Passover feels different to her and students at UW.
The loss of life of Israelis and of Palestinians is really on people's minds, and it does make this holiday a lot harder to celebrate.
She says while most Jewish holidays are tough on campus regardless, with classes and work to tend to, students she speaks to say they continue to worry about the events happening overseas.
We're coming in with really heavy hearts.
Even still, it's important to her to make students feel safe and welcome during this time. Hillel expects to host close to 250 students on night one of Passover for a Seder meal, all part of the holiday to commemorate the Israelites' exodus from Egypt and their transition from slavery to freedom.
It really will be a joyful time, and I think it's really important on college campuses for Jewish people, Jewish students, to find a home and find a place that they can celebrate holidays.
Reporting in Madison, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
Many events for Passover are scheduled throughout the city, including a Seder tonight at UW Hillel beginning at 7 p.m.
Well, it may be April, but the Wisconsin DNR is already getting ready for deer hunting season. Jalen Banks joins us now with some potential changes our hunting friends might see this fall and winter.
The month of April, Wisconsin DNR and its deer advisory councils are taking in your feedback through a series of questionnaires and meetings. Here's a few things that may see some revisions this upcoming deer hunting season. The next 2 weeks, the deer advisory councils will review the answers from questionnaires sent out earlier in April. This includes feedback on antlerless quota preferences, antlerless permit preferences, and season timeline preferences.
Is through this public input questionnaire, anybody can make their comments, give their input, any suggestions, and that's when the CDAC then works through it at these CDAC meetings and makes the proposals to the Natural Resources Board.
So far, there's one topic in particular that people are split on.
Are getting some groups of people that think that there should be a lower quota or harvest for the deer, for the antlerless deer specifically. And then there are some people in different areas of the county that think that we should have the quota raised. So I'd say it's about split down the middle.
Depending on public input and feedback, season dates are subject to change. But as of today, archery and crossbow season starts September 14th and runs through January 5th of 2025. Youth deer hunt is October 5th and 6th. Gun season starts November 23rd and runs through December 1st. And antlerless holiday hunt goes from Christmas Eve till New Year's Day. For a full list of the current deer hunting season dates, you can find them on our website at channel3000.com.
To politics now, where State Senator Kelda Royce is launching her re-election campaign for the 26th district in Wisconsin. Royce serves on the legislature's Joint Finance Committee and has served in the state Senate since her election in 2020. Previously, Royce defeated write-in candidate Kelly Tenpass in the 2020 general election. The new 26th Senate district covers central Dane County, including most of Madison, Monona, McFarland, Shorewood Hills, Maple Bluff, and Blooming Grove. It was an exciting day in La Crosse as Vice President Kamala Harris was at the Hmong Cultural and Community Agency to address nursing home care workers.
Michael Germain from our sister station, WKBT in La Crosse, was at the events and has more on the steps the Biden-Harris administration is taking. Michael?
Vice President Harris says that everyone throughout the state of Wisconsin deserves access to quality health care. Today, she announced final rules regarding senior health care. The nursing home minimum staffing rule finalized today will require all nursing homes that receive federal funding through Medicare and Medicaid to prove at least 3.48 hours of nursing care per resident per day. That means a facility with 100 residents would need at least 2 or 3 registered nurses and at least 10 to 11 nurse aides, as well as 2 additional nurse staff to meet the minimum staffing standards. Chronically, nursing homes tend to be understaffed, which can lead to unsafe care. Vice President Harris says the new rules will lead to fewer emergency room visits and more independence for families.
And for care workers, it's going to be more time with their patients, less burnout, and lower turnover.
The new rules will also require facilities to have a registered nurse on site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Reporting live in La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 3 Now.
Michael, thank you. Still to come tonight on News 3 Now at 6, the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art is getting a new director. What his plans are for the museum.
Plus, we take a look at how this year's Spirit of Service Award winner is giving back to his community in a big way.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been winning for people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. One call, that's all.
Spring is sprung, and savings are in full bloom. Visit Menards Garden Center for everything you need to get your garden growing. Choose from hundreds of beautiful, colorful flowers, lush trees and shrubs, and everything in between. Menards Garden Center is back in bloom. Stop in today to get your garden on. Check out these fresh deals happening now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Go long.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson. Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
Thursday at 10. Wisconsin's hospitals are under an intense strain, and it's reaching a breaking point.
I'll look into this unstable state of healthcare and show you what possible solutions are on the table for the future of our hospitals.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The recipient of our Spirit of Service Award is already working to give back to the community. The Stoughton VFW broke ground today to begin construction on its new addition. That addition will include ADA-compliant bathrooms, a new kitchen, and much more. The new features are not just to benefit the veterans who use the space, but the community as a whole.
We're the oldest VFW in the state of Wisconsin. We're the first chartered post in the state of Wisconsin. So to be a part of something this monumental, even though it's just adding on bathrooms and some storage, it's huge for us. It's huge for this community.
The space is open to any community members, and it contains a full restaurant and bar. It's also accepting donations to continue adding more to the building.
The Madison Museum of Contemporary Art has officially announced its new director. Paul Baker Prindle was named the new Gabriel Haberlin director by the museum's Board of Trustees. At his last job in California, he curated events that focused on artists who are from historically underrepresented groups like LGBTQ people.
Having, people who are following government and who are exploring ideas on campus, and as well as the tech sector and all the sort of variety of amazing people that call Madison home, we want them to have a place in the museum so we can all be in those galleries exploring, contemporary art ideas together.
Baker Prindle has a history in Madison, receiving his graduate degrees from UW-Madison and a bachelor's degree from Edgewood College. He begins his tenure as the new director of MMoCA on May 9th. Still ahead tonight at 6 on this Earth Day, we'll tell you how the governor is increasing Wisconsin's commitment to making the state a greener place.
Plus, a nonprofit in Dane County is looking to reduce food waste, how you can help it make a difference. And some of us could get a little rain later tonight. Alex has a complete forecast when we come back.
Want fresh air.
You need the experts.
Right now at Felco, get free installation plus no interest for 6 years.
Call 866 for Felco.
Steinhoffels has been helping families make the homes of their dreams for 90 years. We're celebrating with a 90th anniversary friends and family event. Take an extra $100 off when you spend $9.99 or more. Spend $19.99 and take $200 off. Or take advantage of Steinhoffels' 36-month 0% financing and get a $200 MasterCard rewards card. The 90th anniversary friends and family event only at Steinhoffels. Shop in-store or online.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
This Earth Day, the nonprofit Healthy Food for All Dane County is encouraging people to reduce food waste, conserve resources, and help relocalize food production.
Our Catherine Merck takes us inside Madison's feed kitchens to talk about how you can start thinking about ways to change your habits.
At the feed kitchens in Madison, Chris Brockle says if you want to cut out a bad environmental habit, it could be something related to the amount of food waste we put in the trash.
You know, we all eat every day. We don't eat just on Earth Day.
Food loss and food waste generate up to 10% of greenhouse gas emissions, and that contributes to the accelerating climate crisis.
Regardless of your political bent, when we started this project 10 years ago, one of the first things I realized, it doesn't matter what your politics are. Politics have nothing to do with food waste. Nobody wants to see food being wasted, right?
The nonprofit Healthy Food for All Dane County that operates out of the feed kitchens is working to help reduce what ends up in the landfill. They do this by taking leftover food from events in the area and giving it back to community agencies. They also encourage supporting local food sources.
All of this is to help keep food out of the Dane County landfill, which actually right now is the #1 input in the landfill.
This Earth Day, don't put the planet on the chopping block. This nonprofit wants you to consider the small ways you can make a difference.
It's a good time to start thinking about what can I do with my own food intake into my own household to help reduce the amount of waste.
Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Governor Evers is also making moves on this Earth Day. Today, he and the DNR announced the state is increasing its trillion tree pledge planting goal. Back in 2021, the governor signed an executive order joining the global Trillion Trees pledge. The order committed to planting 75 million new trees in rural and urban areas and conserve 125,000 acres of forest in Wisconsin by the end of 2030. That goal is now increased to 100 million trees. We could see a little rain tonight and tomorrow. Here's Alex with our complete forecast. Alex?
Yeah, Brady, a little tiny chance for showers as we go through tonight going on into your Tuesday. Heads up, though, if you are a gardener, planter, if you have any potted plants out, you might want to consider bringing those in tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and again on Wednesday night. And we've been discussing the potential for alert day conditions. We have alert days this weekend. We'll explain more in just a couple moments. All the good stuff here, though, first. 62 in Madison, 66 in Janesville, tied 66 in Boscoville right now at 6 o'clock at night. So that kind of has a zing to it. 64 in Middleton, 64 in Oregon, and 64 in Waunakee. That seems to be kind of a popular number here in Dane County. A great night to get outside, enjoy a walk. I've been mentioning, though, with regards to those rainfall chances this evening, that our humidity is very, very low. When you have low humidity values near the surface, the rain will fall through the atmosphere, and then as it gets towards that dry surface, it struggles to make it to the ground. See if we have any showers out there right now. Nothing in Dane County as we speak right now, but our friends up towards Big Flats on 13 and 20 over towards Necedah, maybe a drop or two starting to make it to the ground. It's fighting, though, this dry air. Swinging off towards the south and towards the west, our friends in Fenimore, you had a raindrop. I was going to track it here for you. It's gone. I suspect that raindrop or those few raindrops have evaporated over Grant County. Scooting on across the rest of southern Wisconsin, we'll let this future track play one more time here. We are seeing less in the way of shower activity being captured by future track going out into the evening than what we were seeing in our earlier newscasts, and that's because of that dry air that's out there right now. Fast forwarding to the wee hours of your Tuesday morning, skies start clearing out as we head towards the 1, 2, 3 o'clock time frame. 47 to start your day in Madison, upper 40s right around 50. So good, nice warm base for your Tuesday. That will lead to a nice day temperature-wise in the middle 60s with maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm rumbling towards the south and towards the east. A lot of breaks, though, in this line as we head towards 7, 8 o'clock. So the chance is there for showers for us all and maybe a thunderstorm, just not widespread rains with this particular weather system. And then, as I mentioned, heads up, 31 degrees, widespread chilly temperatures at or below freezing as we go into your Wednesday morning. So those potted plants probably need to come on inside on your Tuesday night. More rain chances are in our forecast here. Look behind me here, how widespread. Not expecting a washout the entire upcoming weekend, but on and off periods of showers and thunderstorms could really add up in the rainfall totals here. By the time we get to Monday, looking at widespread 2, 3 inches of rain, maybe some isolated pockets of 3 or 4 or 5 inches with repeated bouts of showers and thunderstorms. Some of these storms could also be on the stronger side, which we've been mentioning for some time now. So we'll have alert day conditions are expected Friday evening, going on into your Saturday, going on into your Sunday as well here that we've put in the 7 and into the 10-day forecast. Following that period of stormy weather, maybe a shower or two left over on your Monday, drying out on Tuesday, but more showers and thunderstorms are expected by the time we get towards Wednesday going into your Thursday, as it looks like right now. So we're going to keep the weather pattern active once we get through a chilly period Wednesday and Thursday, and lots of showers, lots of thunderstorms, but that's spring in Wisconsin.
And still to come in sports, the Pacers may have had the Bucks number during the regular season, but the postseason, it runs on Dame time. We'll tell you all about Milwaukee's Game 1 win next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
April showers bring May flowers. But do your tired gutters risk basement flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction. Our absolute gutter system is custom fabricated on-site for a perfect seamless fit. It's engineered to outperform. Looking for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 24% discount on our absolute gutter system? To get this deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule a full roof replacement.
The Honda you want is here, driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
No Giannis, no problem for the Bucks in Game 1 of the playoffs. Without the Greek Freak, Damian Lillard was lights out against the Pacers last night, scoring 35 points in the first half alone as the Deer pounded the Pacers in a statement win. It was certainly a shaky season for the 2021 NBA champs, but if they can keep playing like they did last night, they'll be just fine until Giannis returns.
Whenever you have a great player and he does that, it allows everybody to kind of get into their game. But you can't expect that every night. Dame does. You know, but we can't expect that. We have to do more.
But knowing that we was able to win a game and that we could do a lot of things better, I think that's the biggest thing for us. We just was able to get a win, shorthanded.
And it is officially NFL Draft Week. If you ask Packers GM Brian Gutekunst, these next 3 days before the Packers get on the clock are the most important of the offseason. After all, you could argue that the Packers rely on the draft more than any other team in the NFL. And with a budding superstar at quarterback and one of the most exciting young teams in the league, nailing this draft could be the difference between a Super Bowl ring and more mid-playoff exits.
The draft is the lifeblood of this organization. It always kind of has been, right? So, like, that's why we put so much time into it. That's why it's so important to us. The work's been done. It's always interesting how it falls. You never really can predict it. The opportunity to make your football team better is always exciting, and this is an exciting time of year. We got our players back in the building, last week, and the energy just, ramps up tremendously when those guys are in the building.
Ball over to first base.
Continues for the Brewers. Wade Miley, a pitcher, a left-handed one, was placed on the 15-day injured list with left elbow inflammation today. The Brewers are calling up Tobias Myers from AAA in a corresponding move. To make matters worse, Jacob Junis, another pitcher, was hit by a neck by a batted ball during batting practice today and was taken to the hospital. And on July 6th this summer, prepare to get motivated by a man that lives down by the river. For one night only, the Madison Mallards will become the motivational speakers in a tribute to the legendary Madisonian, Chris Farley's Matt Foley skit. They'll wear special jerseys and give away ties. It's a night you don't want to miss if you don't want to turn to Jack Squad.
Great idea.
It should be fun.
Yeah. Maybe a little rain tonight, Alex?
Yeah, a little rain. I think a lot of places are going to stay dry, but there will be a couple of spots that get a couple showers tonight. Temperatures very mild overnight tonight, but if you want rain, just go to next weekend. Very rainy.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you back here at 10.